Oh, so it's just vomiting bile.
The bolt that holds the rear half of the bike snapped.
A 1,000-day adventure from Sydney to New York by motorbike and boat. After 3 days in Myanmar, we made it about halfway across the country. We had 4 days to go and still no visa for India, no carnet to get Wolf into India, and one sick adventurer. We only have 7 days legally in Myanmar, which means we have to get out of the country. And Amelia is sick, so we can't stop and wait for her to get better. So I had to bundle her into a car, and I'm going to go on the motorbike.
Got my pillow, got a comfy van. I'm going to sleep for the next 5 hours or so.
Today we are travelling from Inle Lake to Mandalay. This is the first time in 2 years I have ridden without panniers or a passenger since we actually started the trip. So naturally, I'm a little bit excited. This thing might not be right because it said before it was on 28, but then that machine said it was on 14, which is weird. And the reason it's on 24, but this said it was on 32, so I think I need a new tyre pressure gauge. Uh-oh. Anyways, where were we? While Amelia lay in a semi-coma in the back of So's van, I rode fast and free across dirt, tar, and a few random animals. Eventually we stopped for lunch so I could check in on Amelia. And... hey sicko!
Hi.
How you doing? Feeling awesome?
Had a good sleep.
Right,
Just
so
like
lucky.
you, right?
It's like me, yeah, I slept heaps. Meh, meh, meh. What symptoms have you had so far?
Well, it started, I just felt really nauseous yesterday. And in the afternoon, I had a fever. And then overnight, I was just vomiting every hour, but I didn't have anything in my stomach, so it was just vomiting bile. And yeah, now I took a anti-nausea tablet, and now I'm really drowsy because that's what these things do.
Lucky you got a van. Traveling. Just sucked to the back of that thing. Once I knew Amelia was okay, it was time to get back on the road. Insane temples in the middle of nowhere. Lots of winding dirt roads and a perfectly blue sky. Eventually, Wolf and I came out at the foothills of the Shan mountain range on the Zorgi River. I was ahead of Amelia, so I decided to do what any adventurer would do. I took my clothes off and I jumped into the water with a few locals. My name is Steve.
My name is Patrick.
Nice to meet you. It's good English. Swim? Up to you. And these guys are from Mandalay, and this is like a popular place for them to stop and swim. And he's waiting for me, so I better go get him. Oh, shit.
We just discovered Steve's bike here. Stopped on the side of the road. But there's no Steve. Where is he?
Oh my God, it's a pretty.
Oh, there he is.
After a quick wash, it was time to get back on the bike. I smashed out the final few hours along some back roads. I powered past backyard mechanics, a few local nuns, and a little bit of wide single track, while Amelia groggily bounced around the back seat of the van. Just got here in time for a swim, but unfortunately Jeff's bike just conked out because he's got a bad battery, so we're gonna go rescue Jeff. And Amelia's here. right.
Fucking typical, isn't it?
I know you're so close.
I know. Well, it's only down there, second set of lights. Turn right, isn't it?
I could just push you with my left foot if you want.
No, I don't like that idea. It's too fucking, too iffy.
So we jump-started Jeff before a rendezvous at a local restaurant. We ordered this, and this, but we also got this, and these, and that. They're bigger.
And I don't have any appetite.
We woke just after sunrise in Mandalay. We strolled along the oldest and longest teakwood bridge in the world and studied some pretty interesting duck herding techniques. From here, we visited the world's largest book, we ascended Mandalay Hill, and we roamed around the Golden Palace.
Look at me! Look how healthy I am. Back in my riding gear. Couldn't keep me off the bike for too long. I am feeling all better now. It's like 48 hours of hell and now feeling real good. So I climbed onto Wolf and together we roared towards Bagan, another 4 hours away.
So we made it to Bagan. Big day, huh? From, where did we start today? Mandalay. Mandalay to Bagan. And there's all these cool temples everywhere. Can we get in here?
You can, but I'm not going in.
Holy shit. Come in, Amelia. You can come out the other side. Oh. Wow.
Oh, I don't like it.
Okay.
We woke for sunrise, and in order to avoid all the tourists, we followed a few local women to their own temple, so they said, for a good view without the crowds. The best part was riding around the ruins on Wolf, trying to imagine what life must have been like in the 11th and 13th centuries, when over 10,000 religious monuments were built in an area of 104 square kilometres.
One day before we got to the border, we got some good news. What do you got there? With 24 hours until we left the country, So managed to help get our passport with valid visas and our carnet for the motorbike. Amazing. We got it.
Woohoo! I can't believe it!
Pretty good, thank you. Seriously though.
Wow.
So is definitely the best guide we've ever had. It's also the first guide we've ever had.
However, life on the road is never as easy as it's meant to be, and our last day in Myanmar was no exception. The bolt that holds the subframe, basically the rear half of the bike, snapped.
I'm going to take the bolt out of the other side just to see how big what the size actually is. And
Try and match it.
And try and match it. Definitely a 10. I was going to get one from here and up here, but they're all different types of thread. The rear subframe is now secure, bolt on either side. We've only got now about 5.5 hours to ride with about 4 hours of sunlight, non-stop.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday we had one of the prettiest days on the road, didn't we?
Yeah, it was amazing. We went to this off-road section with all these like really old carts and crazy roads and all dirt. It was really cool, but I think everything died.
Yeah, all our cameras were dead and our memory cards are full because it's just been so full on and we haven't had a chance to
Do anything.
Today is the day we actually cross the border back out of the country and into India. We reminisced over our last 7 days in Myanmar as we motored towards the Indian border. Highlights are definitely the kindness of the local people, the mind-bending man-made wonders of Bagan, and the opportunity to explore the rarely visited Shan state to get a better understanding of the crazy history of this country. With 20 minutes to spare, we made it to the wrong border crossing. But thanks to the kindness of a local, we were guided to the right border.
So far, so good. Final pack, crossing a border, getting it all together.
It's like 4:45 or something and the border closes at 5 o'clock, so we're just frantically organising our stuff. And then we're going to do immigration, then we're going to go through. And then hopefully India time is slightly different to here and they won't be closed. They'll let us in. I have been processed.
Ooh. Do I still need to be processed?
Still needs to be processed. Current time. The office is closed, Steve, and you have not been processed.
Bow, bow.
You have to stay here and I have to go through.
Okay.
Bye. Luckily, India was 1 hour behind Myanmar, so we managed to get through just before they closed.
We spent the night at the border town of Murray, where the economy mostly runs on the smuggling of illegal teak and heroin out of Myanmar. From here, we will cross the mountain ranges of Manipur, where we hope to dodge the local insurgents and hang out with some local Naga tribes. Thank you for watching our adventures, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, MotoLife Diaries, for more stories from our life on the road.